Hello friends, welcome to the medical microbiology and immunology class. In this video tutorial, we will talk about another pathogen that is called dermatophytes. Dermatophytes is a fungi. Dermatophytes or cutaneous mycosis are commonly called as a tinea or the ringworm. It causes an infection to the keratinized structure, and this type of infection caused by the keratinophilic fungi. Keratinophilic fungi are those fungi which is responsible for the digestion of keratin. So this ringworm or the dermatophytes, they only cause a infection of keratinized structures such as the skin and the nails. The infection caused by is either acute or the chronic. Acute, it means the intense or the severe infection, or a chronic, that means it it cause to the long time infection. If you see the characteristics of dermatophytes, so dermatophytic fungi are hyaline filamentous fungi, that means they are translucent fungi that digest the keratin. Variety of pathological changes occurs in the infected host when they infect the host. They are classified into three groups on the basis of their habitat. One is the microsporum, trichophyton, and the epidermophyton. We will see this one by one. First one is microsporum. If you see the habitat of microsporum, so they occurs worldwide, naturally living in the soil. So they generally found in the soil. They thrive, or you can say that they grow at a room temperature of 25 to 27 degrees centigrade on keratinized surface where the temperature are low. They are keratotactic, hence they live in areas with high keratin content such as the skin, hairs, and nails. If you see the morphological characteristics of microsporum, so microsporum reproduce asexually, forming the macroconidia and the microconidia. They produce a conidiospores like the another fungi, but they produce a small conidia or the large conidia. Macroconidia are large asexual spores. They are hyaline, translucent, multiseptate with variant in its forms, spindle-like shape to ovate. The macroconidia are about 7 to 20 micrometer by 30 to 160 micrometer in size, with a thin or the thick ecanulate to the varicose cell wall. Because of the highly distinguished structure of the macroconidia, which is thick and rough, this fungi can be differentiated from other dermatophytes using this feature. You can use macroconidia as a differential characteristics to differentiate the microsporum from another dermatophytes. The microconidia are smaller than the macroconidia, and they are also asexual spores of microsporum. Microconidia are hyaline, they are also translucent, but they appear in a single cell structure. Like the macroconidia, they appears in a clusters. Microconidia are periform to cleavage shape, having a smooth cell wall. Like the uh, macroconidia, they have the rough cell wall and the thick cell wall. The microconidia are 2.5 to 3.5 micrometer by 4 to 7 micrometer in size. If you see the trichophyton, so trichophyton spatially is generally distributed globally with prevalence in the tropical and the Mediterranean regions. Based on the habitat prevalence, there are two types of trichophytons called the anthrophilic and the zoophilic. Anthrophilic trichophytons are those transmitted through person to person and cause infection to the humans, whereas the zoophilic trichophytons have an animal-human transmission route causing either human or animal infection. Anthropophilic transmission is like the one human which is infected, so it transmit the disease to the another or uh, another person or to the human. Like the zoophilic, either animal human interaction or the either animal animal interactions are there. Another group is the geophilic species that exist in the soil, developing on soil decomposing keratinous material such as the hair, feathers, hooves, or in the horns. If you see the morphology of trichophyton, so trichophyton morphology vary depending on the growth temperature, growth medium, and the type of species. Most of the species produces either macroconidia or microconidia or both. The macroconidia are small cigar-shaped structure, that cylindrical structure, with a thin to the thick cell wall, and they tend to occur in a cluster. Their occurrence, shape, and the size depending on the medium of the growth. Shape of the spores, they are basically depending on the growth medium, which type of the growth medium you supply to the microorganism. When microconidia appear spherical in shape, they may occur singly or in a cluster, and they are produced on the terminal branches on the hyperstructure. Trichophytons produces spiral shaped hyperstructures from which the conidia spores originate. They do not form the conidiospore, they do not produce the conidiospores. Okay. Epidermophytons. If you see the habitat of Epidermophyton, that is, it is an ascomycete, therefore it has a worldwide distribution. It commonly occurs in tropical and the subtropical regions. It does not live in the soil like the uh, Microsporum. They live in the soil. Even the Trichophyton, they also live in soil. There are some soil species which is present in soil of Trichophyton, but Epidermophyton, they are not present in soil. It is commonly in North America and the Asian countries. Growth in basic mycological medium. Epidermophyton flocosum grows slowly, produce greenish brown or the khaki colored colonies with a seed-like surface. The colonies have a centralized occurrence, then it rise and the folded, a flat periphery and the submerged fringe growth. Mature cultures produce white pleomorphic tufts of mycelium with a deep yellowish brown reverse pigment, and the microscopic observation shows smooth thin wall microconidia occurrence in a cluster on the hypal threads. So here you can see that these three fungi. Here is the uh, microsporum. Here is the trichophyton. You can see the cylindrical spores here, and the epidermophyton. Okay. Pathogenicity. Dermatophytes grow only on the keratinized layers such as the skin, hairs, and the nails. Mechanism of pathogenesis are not very clearly known. Fungal products mainly cause the infection, such as the proteins or the either enzymes or the different kind of the chemicals. Laboratory diagnosis. Diagnosis established by a spatial feature such as specimens. You can scrap the skin and the nail as well as the hair plucked from the scalp. If you directly observe into a microscopy by using a 10% QH to dissolve the skin or the hair or the nail structures, and the presence of branching hyaline septate non-pigmented hyphae is considered as a positive. You can also culture onto a different medium, such as you can grow this fungi onto a Sabrodus glucose neopeptone agar containing chloramphenicol to suppress the contaminating bacteria. Chloramphenicol is generally utilized against the prokaryotes, and the fungi they are eukaryotes. Therefore, in this medium, only the eukaryotes can grow. And the Sabrodus glucose neopeptone agar containing chloramphenicol and the cyclohexamide to suppress contaminated bacteria and non-dermatophytic filamentous fungi. In this medium, we extra utilize the cyclohexamide, which also uh, inhibit the growth of eukaryotes. So in this eukaryote, another fungi that can also grow, but this cyclohexamide is not responsible for the inhibition of dermatophytic fungi. It only inhibit the growth of non-dermatophytic fungi. So on that basis, you can easily identify the dermatophytes. What are the prophylaxis? Personal cleanliness, avoiding contact with the infectious material. Chemotherapies, you can use the azole and the terbinafine drugs. For the oral infection, you can use graciofulvin, azoles, and the terbinafines. Thank you.